Brett Ketterer, July Garden. Been about 5 weeks since my last video. You can see all the mustards and the turnips is gone. Before that was the daffodils and the tulips. So I left a few mustards to seed for the birds. And after the birds come, this would turn brown. I will take a bag and I'll collect seeds. But it's interesting to see the birds land in the mustards and eat the small seeds out of these pods. So I have begun to move some plants in here because soon all my color will be gone. You can see my daylilies. They're almost going out. They're almost out. I have peppers in the buckets. They have some lettuce. That will be gone soon. Parsley, the thyme and the sage will be gone. Those are the gray mustards. These are the purple mustards. Probably 2 weeks they'll be gone. Next video you won't see them. Yeah, I do have some color. I have some Swiss chard growing in here in the pails. I said I didn't want any cherry tomatoes, but I did go out and buy me one plant. Cherry tomatoes, so forth and so on. Everything. Onions, doing real well. Probably got some of my onions has about a inch and a half diameter. Sunflowers getting ready to blow. Sunflowers getting ready to blow. I'll take you on the back side first. Beets. Already eaten squash. I have about 3 varieties of squash in here. I can squeeze myself in here, eat squash, give it a squash. Tomatoes. You remember those small tomatoes you seen on the last video that I grew from seeds outdoor here in Rochester, New York? You can see them now. I have tomatoes. In fact, I have about 24 to 26 plants of tomatoes. In some of these self-watering containers, I have 2 plants. I have enough tomatoes for about 3 or 4 people or more. I'll be giving quite a few away, so if something happened, I'm fine. I have about 4 bushels of determined tomatoes. Yes, determined tomatoes, and the other one's indeterminate, so you can see the determined tomatoes. They bloom, and within 2 weeks you'll be gathering all the fruit from them. They are doing very well. One problem I had, I would like to have another video so I can point out some of my problems. Everything looks so good, but I have made some mistakes and found some things in making mistakes. There, you can see back here my pickles. I still have a jar of pickles from last year. They are climbing the trellis. One mistake that I made is while I was given 2 tomato plants, the big tomato plants, and versus the little small ones I had. And while I was looking at the small plants that I was growing, the 2 that was given to me, Brandywine, I didn't check the water. And when I didn't check the water, they went dry and I began to get some blossom end rots. So that's one mistake I won't make again. But I used my Epsom salt, gave the Epsom salt treatment, and straightened it out. Hopefully, I see now I'm getting more tomatoes. Blossom falling off, blossom end rots, and quit and stop. In the back I had canna lilies and pole beans growing up on the canna lilies. But this year I don't have a cat, and the field mouse comes in and he cuts them down. So next year I have different method of growing them. Like this. This is what I have. This is something I discovered a couple years ago, but I thought more. This 55-gallon drum. Come around. 55-gallon drum. Have a plate in the bottom, self-watering. I have about 9 or 10 inches of soil, and I put some pole beans in there, and they shot right up much faster than any other beans I have. Then I threw some cucumber seeds, and you can see the cucumbers coming out. So I already have attained about 15 55-gallon drums, and next year this is what I would do. I would put my beans on the back, and with cucumbers coming out, pole beans and bush beans, half and half. Put poles around the container, and then no rodent or nothing can get in there. Just growing fine, and last year it did real well with the pole beans. But see, now I don't have the cat. I have another problem. That problem, that's how I would eliminate that. Here I have the Copenhagen cabbage. Copenhagen cabbage, early cabbage. It's now heading good. The problem we have had this year, we have had the water past 10 days. I think of the 10 days we have about 8 days of rain. And before that, it seemed like all the rain was missing me, so I came out here a day before all the rain started and watered my garden very well. Now, some things is drowning, some things is too much water is dying. Come around. You can see, at the end of the day, when I'm out here working, if I have a seed or something die, I would pull it up, put something in. So sometime I had a cabbage or collard. You can see this is a collard. Beans. These are containers here. These are beds. So you may see a cabbage or kale in beds just mixed up. Beans, whatever seeds I would have in my hand. Here was the top bunch. If you see my videos from last year, I don't know if I put any videos on last year. I had some top bunch cabbage, which was about over 24 inches wide. These, and probably almost 4 feet tall. And what happened, they all fell down. When they fell down and broke, they began to grow all these suckers. And I see some suckers on that one. And all these suckers made big bushes of carrots, collards, something I had never seen before. So I was hoping to do the same thing this year. Even if they grew and I had to break them, but I didn't break them. And they are growing probably because of it's either water or too fertile, too much nitrogen. So that's something. Head rot, first time I had this in 20 years. That's the first time I had it here. Too much water causes this. It should be taken up. Hopefully the disease won't spread, but I'm going to see if this will grow suckers and grow more collards, bunches of collards. I have on the back, I had the same idea of the Canaan lilies and the pole beans, which I had some last year. The pole beans grow up the Canaan lilies. Here I have sweet potatoes. They are doing so well. You can see the stems coming out of the ground of these sweet potatoes. They are so big. So I know that I'll probably have some nice little potatoes in here now. And I have these different from last year. I was able to contain these type of containers. Cut the hole in them, put the sweet potato in them. and they're growing pretty well. So I have three sections of sweet potatoes. They're growing well. I have 5 varieties of sweet potatoes. Most of them is doing good. Most of them is doing well. It's too late to try to correct anything. They are not growing. I would like to. These containers is not available to me anymore, but I have a few left. So what I know, the top always do good.